Hello, this is a tutorial on accessing newspapers at Manchester Central Library. So I'm going to start with the newspapers that you can access from home with your library card. If you go to newspapers at manchester.gov.uk, you'll find a link to the online reference library. Where we can log into the Guardian, the Observer, full archives going way back, the Times digital archive going back to the start of the Times, and also Newsbank, which has some good titles like the Evening News, the Daily Mirror, the Daily Mail and the Daily Express, as well as some international titles going back to about 2000. I'm just going to show you the Guardian and how to log in just now. Click on Search the Guardian and have your library card ready. Put in your barcode on the back. That includes the D at the start. And click Login. And we're in, so we can do a basic search or an advanced search from 1791 all the way up to 2003. And if we want to do a more recent search, then Newsbank is your best bet. So we could look for St. Peter's Square and say I only want to look in the dates from, say, July 1934, and let's see what it comes up with. We can also specify what parts of the paper to look in, so you could be after adverts or just articles or just front pages. Here's a little retrospective article about the history of the library. So it shows you the highlighted text that is picked up, and you can reference that by pressing Cite. You can email it to yourself or to a friend, you can print it out, or probably most useful, you can download a PDF of the article. So that's basically how it works. So again, that's the Guardian, the Times and Newsbank that you can access from home. So I want to tell you a little bit about other newspapers you can get your hands on in Central Library itself. So if we have a search on manchester.gov.uk for local newspapers, we'll find this page, which has a lot of different links on it, pointers towards the online papers, and then a local newspapers page, which is essentially a big A to Z list of all the different publications that we have for the local area. Most of them are available in the cabinets on the ground floor of Central Library. So the start of the list is in cabinet number 23. The Evening News, probably the most important publication, we've got from 1868 up to 2013, is in cabinets 15 to 22. Where it's not on microfilm on the ground floor, it points you towards either accessing it online in the 24-hour library where we just were, or where we have microfilms in the stores. You need to book that in advance. So the Ashton Reporter we have in the strong rooms, and you can make a prior booking to view it in the search room with 1 working day's notice. So What to do is make a note of the cabinet that you're after and then come in. There's no need for an appointment for anything that's on the ground floor in the cabinets. And you can just help yourself. The staff can help you get started with the microfilm machines on the ground floor. At the bottom of the A to Z list you'll find some national newspapers, for example the sporting newspapers like the Athletic News and the Empire News. They're all held on the ground floor. Many of the national newspapers you do need to book in advance because there's not enough room for the microfilms on the ground floor. We do have some international newspapers as well, and they're all booking in advance here. So finally, I'd like to show you briefly how to use the British Newspaper Archive. And this is a source which is available in any Manchester City Council library. You can access on it the Manchester Courier, Manchester Mercury, and the Manchester Times. A few years of the evening news, not all, but lots of other newspapers all around the country. Most logins on the 24-hour library and the online reference library are via a library card. This website works slightly differently. And what you need to do is to register, first of all, your email address. Now this can be any email address you want, your work or your personal email address, it doesn't matter. Once you've done that, it's a simple registration page. You just need to put in your name and your email address and your password. You can navigate back to the website, put your email address in, put your password in, and as long as you're in a Manchester City Council website, it will recognise that through the IP address and give you free access. So again, we'll have a look at the coverage of the website. So we might want to have a look at Lancashire. So here's a list of newspapers in Lancashire coming up here, and the number of pages that they have for each one. We can also search for titles, which is the way most people do it. So you can search by newspaper title. It'll tell you what titles they are and the years that it's covered. So let's have a look. Manchester. There we go. So we've got the Mercury from 1752 to 1830. So I want to search in there. So we've got a filter for the Manchester Mercury and put in some text. We could add some date search here, but let's just do an open search. And here we have some articles on the diorama. So it's just loading now. And it works in a very similar way to the Guardian, the Times and Newsbank. It's based on PDFs, so you can download a PDF for your own private use. If you want to publish it anywhere, then you need to check and send them an email and ask if it's okay. But for your own private use, you can save it on a memory stick and take it away or print it out and do what you like with it. So it's being quite slow, sorry about that. You can also comment on it, tag it, bookmark it. So maybe you're interested in a particular topic and you want to come back to it next time you log in to do some more research and compile some more links. You can do that sort of thing by bookmarking. So, hundreds of titles which you can access whether online, in the library on the computers, or on microfilm in the library. So, happy reading.